Dylan, I was talking to AJ, and he said the focus this morning was really team defense, being in shell and positioning. How did you feel about the fact that you guys were able to kind of take what you looked at on film and really transfer it on the floor tonight?
I think it was a real positive for our team. We didn't get out on the right foot like we wanted to, but we preach. It's not about how bad it is, about how quick we can turn it around. So it's about not getting in your feelings, processing information, just being able to make the adjustment. I think that was the most important part.
And then offensively, it just seemed like there was no second guessing or thought out there tonight. I mean, everybody just seemed to make the play as soon as the ball hit their hand. Why do you think that was?
I mean, I just think it's the type of guys we got in our locker room. We are a group. We just really got together, but like it's really an unselfish team. Guys with the right mindset when they touch the floor, and I think it starts from Oos at top, or whoever. Like when he sets the tone with the way he passes the ball, no one else can't. Everybody else got to follow kind of lead in a sense. So I think it comes from that, and as long as I think it's just the type of guys we have in our locker room.
Dylan, what are you thinking when Bryce Sensabaugh claps in your face?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he like. I don't say I don't know why he was clapping, but I guess he thought that he was playing good defense or something. But I just, and he did. I just hit a really tough shot, but I didn't think nothing of it. Honestly, it was just like opportunity, I guess.
AJ called you petty. Would you agree with that?
Nah, I'm not petty. I'm not a petty guy. I honestly don't really even like. I'm not even like a trash talker, honestly. But it was just a moment, I guess.
Obviously, from yesterday to today, it felt like you got to the rim maybe a lot more than yesterday. Just was that intentional on your part? Like what went into that?
I just think it's all in reps. I think it just takes time to get adjusted. Like the NBA is a completely different game from college, so it's all about knowing timing, knowing space, knowing pace. And then I think it was just an example of me just a game under my belt. Get it out my system, and just now I'm able to think the game now in a sense. Like everything kind of moving a little fast. First game or whatever, but. Now that you get that out the way, then you kind of get back to normal, and you start really observing, processing the game. And I think that's where it comes down to.
You mentioned Ooze. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
How are you feeling being that you are here in where the Utah Jazz play, Weber State kid, to kind of start off your NBA career, almost where you started your whole journey?
Yeah, it feels crazy. Like I was telling people, I remember when I go home in Columbia, and I kind of get jitters, going back home. And I kind of had the same feeling coming back here, and didn't predetermine that. It was just a weird feeling of knowing that we was going to play here. And it's a good moment to be here, and it's dope. And I mean, it couldn't honestly happen any better for me to, start my career, I guess, in this state. So I think it's a good opportunity.
A lot of fans screaming your name. What does that make you feel like, man?
It's dope. It's still unreal in a way, being here, and, I guess everything that's happening is just crazy, but you just got to kind of stay level-headed through it all.
Has it made it almost more comfortable to be here to start things off?
I mean, there's some pros to it because, my coaches here, teammates here, people here that, came up with me through the journey. So it's weird, them not being on the sideline with me, but it's almost like knowing you good where you at, because those type of people are just in the gym with you. So, and if it came down to anything, they protect me, you know what I mean? So I say that.
So what did you say to Bryce afterwards?
I can't say that.
For the record, was the shot going up regardless, or?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. Shot clock was going down, and I just seen he was playing off, so I thought it was just the cleanest look I could get.
You gave AJ a big smack on the back after one of his plays. I mean, he had 10 assists,
Yeah.
1 turnover tonight. What'd you make of that?
I mean, he is a big-time player, and his ability, I won't say me and him come from the same, I keep saying that, me and him come from the same background in a way, from the schools we was at, and what we stood on and our foundations. And it's crazy that we're in the same, because through the process, if it was going to be a mid-major player drafted in the first round, it's either going to be me or him. And for us to be on the same team is a dope moment, just because he's that good of a player. And, they try to knock us and say, oh, lower level basketball, can it translate and stuff? But same stuff he's doing in college, he's doing on the floor. And I knew he had the ability because that's the same stuff they used to say about me, and it's just a dope moment to see, honestly.
You mentioned Ooze earlier too. I mean, he's got the most NBA experience on the team, but he's the youngest guy on the team. Just tell me about what that's like as you see him continuing to try to develop his game.
It's a great thing to see. It's like he's like a vet in a way in terms of like comparison to me, but like he's younger than me, you know. So it's good to see his growth, and I just keep trying to pump him with confidence, you know, because he got all the talent and ability to be whatever he wants to be. So for my role in that is to just push him, you know, tell him to shoot as many times, or like just get him going as much as possible, just give him as much confidence as I can.
Dylan, when you were at Weber State, we talked a lot about you taking pride in your ability to pass the ball and facilitate plays. And we saw a lot of it out there, a couple dimes. How much are you focusing on that versus your scoring? Because your coach actually alluded to that as well, that you are facilitating. So how much are you focused on that side of your game or versus like getting to the hoop?
Yeah, I think it's all about just playing the right way. I think even at Weber, when it came to passing and things like that, it was just me reading the game. You know, if it's two on the ball, move it, get to the paint. Like it's that's just my mindset in the game in general. Then, you know, playing with the level of talent we got out there and the spacing, you know, it just makes it honestly so much easier. And it's all about you know, understanding where to be and things like that. And it's dope to be out there and pass, because I mean the reality is if I'm playing with the regular team during the season, you got to be able to add value. You know, it's a lot of great players on that team, so you got to be able to do other things other than score. You just got to be able to have that facet in your game.
Talk. We got. Just you talk about pumping confidence into Ooze. Just how encouraging was that to see him, you know, try Darius Bazley at the rim twice?
Yeah, it was dope. Like, you know, if small sample size, but if he tried him 8 more times, I think he gonna catch him. You know, so that's how I feel about it. I think I'm glad he tried him. He need to try him again, and he gonna have more opportunity to try him, and I'm gonna keep hyping him up and telling him to.
AJ, you guys saw a lot of zone and full court press yesterday. Tonight was mostly man. I mean, as you just continue to rack up some of these experiences, what do you see? What do you think about some of the things being thrown at y'all?
I think it's been really good. I think it's important to play against different defenses and try to find different options on offense. So playing zone, a team that played zone against us yesterday, being able to find plays for that, and then today, man, finding plays for that. So it's been really good.
There's a lot of rookies that come in, and when the ball hits their hands, they're thinking about it for a second before they go. You seem to have not hesitated at all tonight when the ball hit your hand. Why is that?
I just think I like to have fun and play basketball, so I'm not really thinking about it. When I'm on the court, I just think about making the right play and having fun, so that's about it.
AJ, obviously you finished with 10 assists, but you probably could have had more just off dump downs alone. Just what is it about the way you play, just whatever it is that allows you to get to that level and kick out so effortlessly?
I think it's just making the right read and then being aggressive. I think me being aggressive and trying to get to the rim, it makes the defense collapse, and I can find guys. So that really helps me.
And with Dylan, I think you on the floor for this, but when he resets, Bryce Sensabaugh starts clapping at him. He hits the deep three, and he starts talking back. Just what was your point of view there, and how well does that summarize the Dylan Jones experience?
I mean, Dylan's petty, so if you get him going, he's going to try to get a bucket, and that's what he did. So that's how he is, and he's a bucket. He's a bucket.
What have you thought about Usman so far? I mean, he's got the most NBA experience, but he's still the youngest guy on the team, and so it's just kind of an interesting dichotomy.
Yeah, that's crazy. But no, it's been great. Us is a great guy. He knows the game really well, and obviously he speaks French, so we got kind of that connection too. But Us has been really good, really helping me too since I got here. So it's been really fun.
Just going back to Dylan, obviously he's not the quickest player out there. Like, what is it about him that allows him to be such a bucket, as you called him?
I think it's just about how he plays the game. He doesn't really needs to be the fastest guy or strongest guy. He can get his spots easily. I think his deceleration is really good too, which really helps him. So he's that type of player.
It had been a while since you've kind of been out and be able to play in a competitive game like the last 2 nights. What's this been like for you, kind of getting your rhythm? And obviously you were able to really step right in, and you were in a groove from the very beginning tonight.
Yeah, like you said, just feel good to get my rhythm back. I struggled a little bit yesterday, but yeah, trying to get the car back on the road, and that's it.
Seems like you all played offensively with great rhythm and execution tonight. What was key on that end of the floor?
I mean, yeah, we trying to like not call plays, like just play fast and just share the ball. So I think we did a really good job today.
Talking to AJ a second ago, he said that all morning the focus was team defense and just being there, being in the right spots. What did you see on that end of the floor?
I think we did a better job. We just like fouled too much, so we gotta still work on that. But I think we did a better job than yesterday.
Obviously, you met Darius Bazley at the rim twice, and neither of those went down. But just walk me through the aggression and the thinking that goes behind those plays.
Just trying to be aggressive, trying to think every time I drive. He got me on the 2 play, but I get him.
How did maybe your aggression compare today to what you felt you played like yesterday?
Yeah, I think it was way better today. Like I said, I was just trying to get my rhythm back, and I felt better today. Yeah.
AJ had 10 assists, 1 turnover. I mean, can you just describe the way that he seems to see the floor and be able to play make for his teammates?
Yeah, I feel like everything is slow for him. Even in practice, he was making like good pass at the right moment. So, yeah, I'm not surprised. I seen that all week in practice. So, he did a really good job.
What have you just started playing with Dylan through training camp and now through 2 days of summer league?
It was good. It was good. He's really active. He can do everything on the floor. Yeah, that was really good. He did a really good 2 games, so that was good.
Cam, just talking to AJ Mitchell after the game, he said that the focus all morning was team defense, really executing that. How did you like the way that you all were able to wall off the paint tonight and maybe the stride forward that you all took there?
Yeah, it wasn't perfect, but I thought they did a really good job. You know, Summer League is an interesting challenge because it's not a lot of practice time and you got to improve off of film. So it's actually like very season-like. But I thought they did a good job of just improving from our last game. You know, we talk about stacking days. I thought they did that. Came in, was a little bit better with our paint protection, scrambled a little bit better. It helped our defense. The challenge for us now is we got to do it again tomorrow.
It seemed like Ooze was ready, aggressive, and in rhythm, maybe most importantly, from minute 1 he was on the floor. How have you seen him grow in that department over the last year or so?
Just his poise. He's seen this before. He's done it. There's like not a level of comfort, but he has a good baseline for the games in terms of what he can lean on to start. So he did that for us, and like I said, his poise through the ups and downs of the game. You know, being a third-year guy on the team, people look at him and lean on him, and I think he does a good job of settling us when he comes out and competes like that.
Cam, obviously, this setting has like similarities to maybe what the G season would look like. Just how encouraging is it for you to see, AJ get to the levels he's getting and kind of spray out and have those dump downs the way he is?
Yeah, he's another one who I think, it's really a lot of guys on our team. Just he has a poise to him already and a comfort level to the game in terms of picking his spots, knowing where he's comfortable at, and making good decisions with the basketball. That's encouraging. And again, the thing I like about him is very eager to learn, quick learner, and wants the answers to the test. So he prepares himself for the games, and he was able to show some of that tonight.
What are you seeing out of Dylan Jones day 2 better than day 1?
Yeah, for sure. Day 2 better than day 1. Continuing the stack of days. I thought he had a really good morning of just film and engagement in what was going on. I said it yesterday, but he's a winner. He wants to win. He's about the team. He impacts the game in a lot of ways, and I think for him, he's done a nice job of just picking his spots, whether he's on the ball, off the ball, but being a playmaker for us on both ends of the floor.
Cam, the sequence where Bryce Sensabaugh starts clapping at him as Dylan tries to reset, and then Dylan hits the deep 3 and starts talking back. Just what was your point of view on that play, and how well does that summarize the Dylan Jones experience?
My point of view, I might have been talking or yelling at somebody else because I don't really remember that. But what I can say about that and him is he's a real competitor. This is Summer League. This is an environment that we really challenge these guys to play together as a unit and go compete in these games as if they were the finals and the playoffs. It's going to get the best out of the group, and he's embodied that. And that play is an example of it, but I think the way we played tonight as a whole and hopefully how we can carry that forward should be an example as well.
Obviously, his shots went in tonight compared to yesterday, but you feel like there was a little more maybe aggressiveness or maybe more decisiveness with the ball, things like that for Dylan?
Absolutely. Again, he has good poise with the ball in his hands. He did a better job of just ball security and making the simple reads, which open up a lot for everybody else. And the way that we're playing right now offensively, the ball's moving, it's pretty hot. So as long as you're playing on the catch, there's going to be plenty of opportunities out there for you. And I thought he did a better job of just trusting the pass and being ready to play when the ball found him.